Hi everyone, sorry for the delay. I'm gonna start now. I hope you guys can hear me. Um, Let me just go to slide. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Okay, welcome to day 4 of the coding camp, the half-term coding camp. And today we will be doing something called turtle graphics. So essentially, you guys will be drawing shapes with Python. Python is great in that sense because you can use it for multiple things. You can use it for drawing images. You can use it to make games. That's why we love Python. Um, so we will be drawing simple shapes using Turtle, um, using computational thinking skills to look for patterns and include them in your programming. You will be creating an image with many shapes, repeating patterns using nested loops, which means loops inside of loops. And we'll be drawing images with color and random values. Um, so I'm not sure if you guys have been here from day 1, but we'll be using the same IDE that we've been using since day 1. It's called Trinket. I will send this link in the chat. All you guys have to do, copy and paste the link into Chrome, into your web browser, and that is what you'll be using to type code and to run your code as well. Another thing that you can do is you will be able to, I'll show you how, but there'll be a way that you can share your code with me so that if you're having problems, I can help you. Let me find that. Yeah. So I'll send that in the chat. Um, you guys can have a play around with it, see if you can print some stuff, just to make sure, check it that it works for you. And I'm just going to show you how you can share your code, um, if you need me to help at some point in this lesson. Um, if you see, I've opened the IDE here. Um, how you can share your link with me is if you want to go to these 3 lines that are being highlighted now, if you click that, and then if you go to share, and then copy and paste this link here, and if you copy and paste that into the chat, then I will be able to help you out. Okay, hope that's all good. Hope you're with me so far. Um, okay, let me open the IDE. Okay, so what is Turtle? Turtle is a pre-installed Python library. What pre-installed means is that you don't have to go to some website and download it to use it with your Python code. Um, you can literally just import it. You can import it into your program because Python has already built it for you to use. And it wasn't like built by somebody else. That's what that means. Um, it's a Python library, which means it has a library means that um, if you think of a library as a bunch of books, then a like a computational or a programming library that you can imagine the books as like functions. So if you know what a function is, then a library is just like a group of functions. So it's a pre-installed library, which means it has functions that are already defined and ready for you to use. That enables users to create pictures and shapes, so visual images, by providing them with a virtual canvas. It's usually a white canvas. Um, the on-screen pen they use for drawing is called the Turtle, and that's what gives the library its name. Um, so yeah, it's like the pen is kind of like a turtle moving around. That's why it's called that. Um, and it will help you guys get a feel for what programming with Python is like in a fun and interactive way. Like who doesn't like drawing shapes? So we're gonna get into that. I don't know if you guys have seen this, Bebop, but it works like that as well. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to try moving the turtle. So what I'm going to type, I think I'll type in the chat what I want you guys to do. So you guys will be using the IDE for the first time today. Um, yeah, so what I want you guys to do is go into the IDE and copy and paste this code in there. So like I said before, you import the library turtle because you're saying to Python, I want to use the functions from this library. Please allow me to use them. That's what the import essentially means. Import turtle as oh okay. Turtle get screen. Turtle right. Turtle forward. Okay. So what this does is the functions. So here we see 5 functions. You have get screen, you have right, forward, left, backward. We know that they're functions because it's a word and then a double bracket. Not a double bracket, but open a bracket and a closing bracket. And then they've put Either the bracket is empty or they've put a number in there. You don't always have to have something in the brackets when you're defining functions. But yeah, so turtle dot get screen um essentially just means create the canvas and so that we can draw on something. Dot right 90 isn't actually, it's not really moving anywhere like in terms of travel, but it literally just means turn. Like it's just a rotation. Turn 90 degrees. I believe it's clockwise. 90 degrees clockwise. Yeah. It literally just means turn 90 degrees clockwise. So if you're here, you're gonna turn here. Forward is a travel. So forward means move forward, literally move across the canvas 100 units. Left means turn left, and backward means go back the way you came 100 units. Okay, I hope that all makes sense. And move on. So yeah, so if you guys could just copy and paste that code into your IDE, um, see if it works, see if the pen moves around. If it doesn't, you can send your link in the chat. If it does, then give me a thumbs up. Give you guys some time to do that now. It's not working. Okay. Um, could you guys send your link in the chat so I can see what you've done? If you've forgotten how to do that, I'll show you again. Mm, Um, you go here, go to the three lines that I'm indicating right now. Press share, copy and paste this link into the chat. All right, thanks guys. I'll start looking at your code now. Doesn't work in Trinket, but I copy and pasted it into a different IDE. Oh, okay. I think still send me your code. Let me see what you did. Okay, import turtle. No display name and no display environment. Okay. No display name. And no display environment variable. That's weird. Okay, this should be working. So let me look into this. Sorry for the delay, guys. Yeah, tell me it could be. I'm not sure. Third one. Ah, I see what you're saying, Timmy. The IDE may not be able to handle it. Uh, in that case, oh, that's inconvenient. I now have to find a different way for you guys to run this. Um, yeah, I don't know how they. Yeah. So guys, I'm trying to fix the problem, but essentially the code is not running because this IDE doesn't have a display environment, and we're trying to create images, and you kind of need that. So I'm just trying to figure out a way to where you guys can run this, but it's within the guidelines, I guess. Oh, okay, tell me, are you saying that it worked on the new link? Okay. Oh, it's not copy and pasting. Oh, that's great. Okay. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Okay. Yeah, so sorry about that, guys. So if everybody could use this link instead, um, but anyways, you guys can see what it was supposed to do. So it started here. Oh, turn my camera. It started here, and then it turned right 90 degrees, and then it went forward 100. Forward was it went down, and then it went left at this corner here, and it went there, and then it ended up here. So it drew kind of like half a square. Okay. So because we don't want our coding to take forever, we can just do we can use shorthands. So right can be shortened to RT, FD, LT, BK. I will shorten this now to show you guys what that would look like. And just make this RT, it's FD, FD, LT, BK. Yeah, please send me what to do again. Jamal, could you send me your link, please? Please send what to do. Do you mean send the task? Send how to send? Because we were just practicing with Turtle. So I just asked you guys to copy and paste the code and draw this shape here. Okay. All right. Thanks, Jamal. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, Jamal, I don't know if you saw, but I sent a new link in the chat because the old one wasn't working. So if you use that and just copy and paste the code again, it should run. Um, yeah, just send your link. I'll help you out. No worries. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm really ill. Um, you can draw a line from your current position to any other place on the canvas. And for that, we use coordinates. So we've seen coordinates in maths. We know, how they work and things. Um, the screen is divided into four. Um, and at the start, the turtle is like right at the middle. And you could call that the origin. In maths, we call it the origin, but here we're gonna call it the home. So it's literally just right there in the middle of this coordinate system. And to move it anywhere else on the screen, you use a function called go to, and then put in the coordinates to pinpoint exactly where you want the turtle to go. This is an example of that. So it will start at 0, 0, starts right in the middle. Turtles will go to position 100, 100. So that means on the axis, go to where X is 100, go to where Y is 100, and go straight there. I hope that makes sense. Then add turtle done at the end so that the screen stays put and doesn't disappear from view. That's actually a really useful tip. We'll be using that. Okay. If you don't want to write go to 0, 0, you could just do dot turtle home. Like we said, as programmers, we're always trying to make our programs faster. So these shorthands are really useful. Okay, that's great, Jamal. Thanks. Okay, so we still have the pen moves. We've learned about coordinates. Now let's actually draw a shape. Um, we draw the shape by specifying the movements of the turtle. The movements of the turtle create um, create like ink on the canvas. So a movement forward by 100 creates a line that's 100 units. So if we just repeat that 4 times, we can create a square like this one here. So you guys can create the square if I just send you this code. Yes. Okay, apologies for that, Ola. Yeah, if you guys do want me to explain anything or go slower, just let me know. Um, so essentially I just want you guys to have a go at Turtle. You can do this in your own time as well. I'm just kind of introducing it to you. Um, um, so I'll draw this square and just try to explain it that way. It may be better visually explained. So Okay, so the first command is turtle.fd 100. So I'm gonna go slow, just bit by bit, no worries at all. Okay, so you guys saw what that did. It started here. So now we know that this is the middle of the canvas, also known as the home, also known as position 0, 0. Because on an axis, it's where X is 0 and where Y is 0. And by doing FD or forward 100, we've just moved from here to here. That tells us that this line is 100 units long. And we've literally just moved from here to here. It moved forward to the right. That's just the default. The next thing it asks us to do is rotate right. That's what RT means. Rotate right 90 degrees. Okay, I hope you guys saw that little animation there. So you can see it's what I was saying. It hasn't moved anywhere, but the arrowhead was like this. The arrowhead was facing this way. Once we rotated it 90 degrees, the arrowhead is now facing this way. So it's literally, it's almost to prepare to move somewhere. So it's rotating this way because it's probably preparing to move down. And we do want it to move down because we want to create a square. So with that said, the next movement. So if we want it to move down to create a square, can anybody tell me in the chat what line is going to be next? What's the next line to draw a line down from where the arrow is? Give you guys some time to think about that. Okay, yep, Jamal is correct. We are going to use FD because we use FD because we want it to create a line from the arrow, so from the direction of the arrow, from the direction of the arrow here, and forwards from there. So forwards from the direction that's already facing it. If we did backwards, that means that we would want it to move back. We want it to move back from the direction that the arrow is facing it, but we want it to move forward. So that's why we use turtle FD. Let's do that now. mm, mm. Yeah. So you guys saw it went like this, rotated 90, went forward. Okay. Next thing is we've got this line, we've got this line. We want to make a square, so we need a line here. But the arrow is currently facing down. But we need to draw a line like this. That means we need the arrowhead to rotate that way, and then we need to move it forward. Yeah. So that is that is sorry. Um yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. So we just essentially repeat the commands. We turn right again, 90 degrees. Just means do a corner turn. And then we go forward again. See what that does. Yep. And then last but not least, we're going to rotate it again for the last time. And go forward again. And there you have it. We just created our first shape in Turtle, which is a square. Um, I hope that I hope everyone understood that. If not, let me know in the chat what was confusing to you. But yeah, guys, this is our shape. Okay. So now that we have learned about coordinates, I'll go back to the coordinates slide. Let me type an example of coordinates actually, so that you guys could use it in this task. That's an example of a coordinate code that you could use to move the turtle. Um, yeah, we've learned about coordinates. We've learned how to rotate. We've learned how to move forward. We know that we can move back. We know that we can rotate left. Using those, I would like you guys to try to draw a rectangle. We just did a square, but I want you guys to try to draw a rectangle. If you want to challenge yourself, you can try to draw a triangle. I'll give you some hints for that as well. And if you really, really want to challenge yourself, you can try to draw a hexagon. Okay. I don't get the round for the square. Uh, the round? Rudy, could you explain what you mean, please? What do you mean by the round? Yeah. If you guys understand, you can get started on that. Some hints for the triangle. Um, some hints for the triangle. If you guys have done maths, then you would have been told that there's 180 degrees in a triangle. So I feel like that's what I'm going to use to hint to you guys. 180 degrees in a triangle, rotating. And there's three corners in a triangle. So there's 180 degrees, and you're going to need to somehow split it across three corners. Such as turtle.rt 40. So that means you would be making one angle of the triangle 40 degrees. But then what would you need to make the angles of the other corners of the triangle if all the angles together add up to 180? And like I said, if you really want to challenge yourself, try to draw a hexagon. Okay, I can't get the arrows up on the screen because I loaded with someone else's. Okay, Rudy, could you share your link for your IDE, please, in the chat? Thank you. Okay, and it worked all right, yeah? All right, amazing. How to do rectangle. Okay, great. That's great, Ola. Would you be able to share your link so I could see what you did, how you did it? You could also try the hexagon as well. Um, okay. Simdi, sorry for the confusion, but we had to use a new link now. The other one wasn't working. So what I need you to do is copy and paste this link into your web browser and copy and paste all your code over into there. Yeah, apologies for that. Um, so as we're nearing the end of the lesson, guys, this is a time where you can ask questions. I may not be able to answer all of them, but any questions you have about what we learned today, now's your time to ask them, and we'll be wrapping up soon. How do you do the triangle? Okay. You eventually code games. I believe you do code a game. I don't think I I'm not teaching that lesson, but I believe you guys do code a game, yeah. How do you do the hexagon? Oh, that's a good question. So this is actually how you do it, guys. Um, Let me slideshow it. So well done to everybody that attempted it. Obviously you guys can do this in your own time, but this is how you do it, guys. So for the triangle, um, okay, it says, oh, by the way, you can write comments in Python. They're really useful when you want to explain what a line of code does. You can just use hashtag write comment here. I use comments all the time when I'm making programs. It's very helpful. And they've done that here. So um, it appears that they've drawn the base first. So they drew the base of the triangle, the bottom line of the triangle, by doing forward 100. They went forward like this. And then they turned left 120 in a clockwise direction. Okay, that's great, Rudy. Yeah, excellent. Um, yeah. Then they turned left, and if that's a clockwise direction, and go from here, well, I guess it can't go clockwise. Okay, from here, we're moving left 120 degrees. Left is in this direction. So if we're moving left 120, it's going like, that's 90. That's 180. My hand cannot bend that far. Um, and that's 120, thereabout. Um, Actually, sorry, no. Sorry about that. It goes forward 100. Then this is about 90 degrees to the left, and then it goes 30 degrees more. So it goes about this much more. And so the arrow is now facing this way. It goes forward 100 again, and it turns left 120. It's about there, goes down again, and you've got a triangle. Leave something for me to practice with after class. Um, Cindy, did you attempt to draw the hexagon? Um, if you want to challenge yourselves, you could try this code here as well. Um, this just means that it essentially does the hexagon. It draws the hexagon, but it just repeats these two lines, T forward 100, T right 60. It just repeats them 6 times. It repeats it 6 times because the for loop says that it should repeat 6 times. um, sorry guys. Thank you for your time today. I'm so sorry that I wasn't well enough to teach this properly. But I hope you guys go and do this in your own time. I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson, and I hope you guys continue coding with Python. So if you guys want to leave now, that's fine. Um, no worries. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Annie. Thanks, guys. Thanks. It's that time of the year. Everybody gets sick around this time, isn't it?